We've been brainwashed to believe Rolex is the final boss of watches, but in 2025, there are timepieces out there with tech and engineering so advanced, Rolex couldn't even survive in a head-to-head. And today, we're exploring the 10 of them. Number 10. Seiko Astron GPS. Solar, the global timekeeper. Let's start with the Seiko Astron GPS Solar, a watch that feels like it was built for people who actually move, not just pose. Imagine landing in another country after a long flight, jet-lagged and half asleep, and your watch already knows where you are and what the local time is. No fiddling with the crown, no confusion, just automatic precision. That's what the Astron does. It connects directly to GPS satellites orbiting the Earth, picks up your location, and adjusts itself to the correct local time, all on its own. It's like having a personal assistant on your wrist that never gets it wrong. What's even more impressive is how it powers itself. The Astron runs purely on light sunlight, or even indoor light, storing enough energy to keep running for months. There's no battery change, no plug-in, no maintenance headache. That's the quiet brilliance behind Seiko's idea. True convenience disguised as simplicity. Rolex, for all its mechanical mastery, still depends on you to set and wind it manually. That's part of its charm, sure, but it also reminds you it's a machine that needs you. The Astron doesn't. It just works wherever you are. It doesn't care if you're in Tokyo, New York, or somewhere in the middle of the desert. Once it locks onto satellites, it knows the exact time and adjusts within seconds. It's global, it's solar, it's smart in a way that feels effortless. Seiko didn't design this watch to show off. They built it to solve a real-world problem. And that's what makes it quietly brilliant. It turns high-end technology into everyday convenience, something even a Rolex can't quite match. Number 9. Citizen Satellite Wave Eco Drive. Time in a flash. The Citizen Satellite Wave is another watch built for the modern world, one that moves as fast as the people wearing it. Much like Seiko's Astron, it talks directly to satellites, but what sets it apart is just how quickly it does it. In a matter of seconds, the watch receives a signal from space and adjusts itself with near-atomic accuracy. You don't have to lift a finger or wonder if your watch is keeping up. It's always perfectly on time, anywhere on the planet. At the heart of it is Citizen's famous Eco Drive technology, which means the watch is powered entirely by light, sunlight, or even artificial light indoors. There's no need to ever replace a battery or worry about charging. It quietly absorbs energy and keeps running smoothly, sometimes for months in the dark. That's the kind of low-maintenance intelligence that makes life easier without shouting for attention. For frequent travelers or anyone who just wants flawless accuracy, the Satellite Wave delivers a mix of speed, precision, and independence that's hard to beat. While Rolex gives you mechanical reliability and craftsmanship, Citizen offers something more connected, a smart partnership between space-age technology and everyday practicality. It's not about showing off. It's about having a watch that thinks ahead, adjusts instantly, and never lets you fall out of sync with the world. Number 8. Zenith El Primero. Chronomaster, high-beat heritage with precision. Now let's talk about a true legend in mechanical watchmaking. The Zenith El Primero Chronomaster. This isn't just a good-looking watch, it's one of the most important pieces in horological history. Back in 1969, when the world was still figuring out how to make automatic chronographs, Zenith came out swinging with the El Primero, one of the very first fully integrated automatic chronograph movements ever made. It wasn't just early, it was exceptional. The El Primero was designed to beat faster, literally. While most watches tick at 28,800 beats per hour, Zenith's movement runs at a blazing 36,000 beats per hour. That higher frequency means it can measure time more precisely, down to a tenth of a second, giving it incredible accuracy and a smoother second-hand sweep. This is pure mechanical ambition. No electronics, no shortcuts, just the brilliance of gears and balance wheels working in perfect harmony. Rolex, of course, makes phenomenal chronographs like the Daytona, but they often stay within traditional beat rates, focusing on durability and consistency. Zenith took a different path. Their philosophy was about pushing boundaries, seeing how far mechanical precision could go, and that risk paid off. The El Primero became a benchmark, even powering some Rolex Daytona models in the 1,980 seconds. Which is proof of how good it really is. The modern El Primero Chronomaster carries that same spirit, a blend of heritage, speed, and accuracy. It's a watch that doesn't just tell time, it tells a story of mechanical courage. For anyone who loves precision born purely from craftsmanship, the El Primero remains one of the smartest mechanical movements ever made. Number 7. Grand Seiko Spring Drive, the smooth operator. The Grand Seiko Spring Drive Snowflake is about spiritual precision. This isn't just a watch, it's an experience. You don't wear a snowflake to make a statement. You wear it to feel what time really is. Most watches either use mechanical movements, driven by gears and springs, or quartz movements, powered by battery-driven vibrations. Grand Seiko said, "Why not both?" and invented the spring drive movement. It's a watch that turns watchmaking logic on its head. The Grand Seiko Spring Drive. On the one hand, you've got mechanical craftsmanship. On the other, you've got quartz accuracy. Spring Drive blends them. The second hand glides in a way that no typical mechanical Rolex can. The result is a piece of engineering poetry. You watch it and you realize time is flowing, not just ticking. That visual smoothness is an aesthetic smart move, but behind it is real technical ingenuity. Minimal fuss, maximum elegance. Rolex might do durability and status. Grand Seiko does quiet precision with personality. Number 6. IWC Big Pilot, Top Gun Ceramic, Tool Watch Intelligence. Now let's look at purpose-built wristwatch intelligence. The IWC Big Pilot, or Top Gun Edition in ceramic, titanium, stands out because it's built with tool watch DNA. When you're designing for a real pilot's environment, altitude changes, temperature shifts, and magnetic fields, you need engineering that goes beyond nice finishing. The materials, ceramic case, titanium internals, anti-magnetic protection, plus a large, readable dial, and long power reserve are all smart design decisions. Rolex does excellent sports watches, but this kind of specialized tool watch engineering deserves recognition for the deeper thought behind it. Number 5. A. Lange and Söhne. Lange. 1. Mechanical clarity and craft. Moving up, we enter the realm of high horology. The A. Lange and Söhne Lange 1 is not about flash, it's about perfection. The dial layout is asymmetric, balancing off-center time, big date, and power reserve, but it's done so beautifully and logically that it feels like watching mechanical poetry. The movement finishing is of the highest order, the architecture refined, the reading of time deeply considered. Rolex excels at robustness and reputation. Lange excels at thoughtful mechanics and finishing that only the top handful of brands deliver. If smart means intelligent architecture with human craftsmanship, the Lange 1 ticks that box. Number 4. Jaeger-LeCoultre Duomètre, Master Control, Internal Logic Elevated. Here is where mechanical watchmaking starts to feel like science and art blending together. The Jaeger-LeCoultre Duomètre. This isn't your typical luxury watch. It's a masterpiece of engineering logic. What makes it truly fascinating is the way it thinks. Instead of running all its functions off a single power source, the Duomètre uses two independent mainsprings, one dedicated to keeping time and the other to power the complications, like a chronograph or moon phase. That might sound small, but it changes everything. In most mechanical watches, when you activate a complication, it draws energy from the same spring that drives the timekeeping. This can slightly affect accuracy, but JLC's Duomètre system separates those responsibilities. So no matter what you're doing, the watch's precision stays untouched. It's like having two engines under the hood, each doing its own job perfectly, without getting in the other's way. That's rare, thoughtful watchmaking, and it shows how deep Jaeger-LeCoultre's engineering mind goes. Rolex movements are brilliant in their reliability and strength, but they don't use this kind of dual-power design. Jaeger-LeCoultre dared to rethink how energy flows inside a watch, and that's where their genius shines. They didn't just build something beautiful, they built something logical. The brand even tests its watches under rigorous conditions, temperature shifts, vibration, and shock, to make sure they perform flawlessly in real life. The result is a timepiece that doesn't just look smart, it is smart. Every detail, from the balance wheel to the bridges, reflects precision and purpose. It's a watch for people who appreciate not just craftsmanship, but cleverness. For those who admire a design that solves a problem few even knew existed. Number 3. MB&F Legacy Machine, Creative Mechanics Unleashed. MB&F, Maximilian Busser and Friends. Legacy Machine is not your classic luxury sports watch. It's a mechanical sculpture for the wrist. You see suspended balance wheels, three-dimensional movement architecture, and designs that defy convention. If you believe a watch should make you think, not just tell the time, but challenge how you imagine time, this one wins. Rolex stays within a tradition that has served it for decades. MB&F says, "What if we reinvented the display of time? What if we built a movement visible in a new way?" That's intelligence in design, creativity, and mechanical audacity. Smart for the wrist, who wants more than a badge. Some have suspended balance wheels that hover above the dial like tiny satellites, while others have domed crystals that reveal mechanical landscapes. It's art you can wear, mechanical poetry that challenges how we even think about watches. While Rolex plays it safe with classic designs, MB&F is pure rebellion. Every detail has purpose and imagination. They use innovative materials, new display systems, and daring aesthetics. The result? Watches that look like they were built in another dimension, yet still keep time with exquisite precision. Number 2. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Offshore, Royal Oak. Bold engineering with character. Moving into the second spot, let's talk about Audemars Piguet's Royal Oak and the offshore variant. This watch changed everything when it launched an integrated bracelet, a steel luxury sport watch, and a bold design. But behind the style is serious horological thinking, high-quality finishing, complex movement architecture, and adaptability in straps and uses. The Royal Oak Offshore brings extra ruggedness, complication, and daring materials. What does that mean in practical terms? It means this watch is comfortable in boardrooms and battlefields. Rolex is excellent, but AP takes risk, design, and engineering seriously. That's smart. Number 1. Patek Philippe Complication. Nautilus with complication. The quiet genius. At the very top sits Patek Philippe, a brand that doesn't just make watches but mechanical works of art. When people talk about complications in watchmaking, Patek is often the gold standard. Whether it's the sporty elegance of a Nautilus with a moon phase or the mind-bending precision of their grand complications, every Patek timepiece feels like a symphony of craftsmanship and intellect. What makes them so remarkable isn't just how beautiful they look, but how brilliantly they think. Inside these watches are mechanical wonders, perpetual calendars that automatically know which month has 30 or 31 days, even accounting for leap years, minute repeaters that chime the time with the clarity of a musical instrument, dual time zone functions that let travelers glide between continents effortlessly, and power reserves that keep them ticking long after others stop. Every movement is built and finished by hand, often taking months, even years, to perfect. That's not mass production. That's devotion in motion. Rolex will give you reliability for a lifetime, and that's incredible. But Patek Philippe offers something deeper, timepieces that carry meaning across generations. Their intelligence is multi-layered. It's in the engineering that solves age-old problems mechanically, the heritage that stretches back nearly 2 centuries, the finishing so flawless it's almost invisible, and the value that not only holds, but grows with time. Owning a Patek isn't just about having a smartwatch. It's about understanding the mind behind it. It's for people who admire what a watch can do, not just what it says about them. In the world of horology, Patek doesn't follow trends. It defines mastery. Smart doesn't mean loud. Smart means considered. Smart means solving problems you didn't know you had. Smart means craftsmanship that matters. So, when you next look at a Rolex in a display case, remember, there are other watches out there that aren't just telling time, they're rethinking it. So there you have it, 10 watches that, in their own ways, outsmart what we often simply call luxury. Are they all better than a Rolex? That depends on what you value. But if you value innovation, mechanical ingenuity, purpose-built engineering, refined mechanics, or creative design, each of these 10 watches offers something that the crown might not. From the Seiko Astron that syncs to satellites, to the Citizen that catches light and time globally, to the Zenith that raised the bar on mechanical accuracy, to Grand Seiko's hybrid precision, to IWC's tool watch intellect, to Lange's architectural elegance, to JLC's internal logic, to MB&F's mechanical art, to AP's bold engineering, and finally, Patek's quiet yet profound mastery. These watches are thinkers in a room of declarers. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which of these watches you would wear if money were no object. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.